Hello everybody and welcome to my Graphic 45 Eerie Tales mini album. And this paper collection is no longer available, but hopefully they'll come out with a collection pack sooner than later. This album measures 8.5 by 8.5 with a 2.5-inch spine. And I really enjoyed this collection. This is one of my favorites. So on the front here, I use the 8 by 8 signature sheet, and it's also layered on a cream cardstock and then the rose paper behind it. And I put this little 4 by 5-inch tag in there and used a stamp on the bottom of it. And the pull tab is one of the stickers from the sticker sheets. The spine has the bottom part of the signature sheet, Once Upon an Eerie Tale, to tell you exactly what it is when it's sitting up on the shelf, if you choose to do that. And the back has this rose paper, and it's actually the back of the 8 by 8 pattern paper pad. I used this sticker to cover up the bottom where the tag for the album or for the paper pad was. So we'll start with the first page, and it is a purple page. I am going to take this time while I'm pulling out all these tags and showing you things on the album to talk about some other stuff. So you can listen and watch. First off, this is a voiceover. I don't get a whole lot of alone time, so when I'm crafting or basically doing anything, to have an uninterrupted 20 minutes is probably not going to happen. I either have dogs barking or people coming to see me, etc., etc. So it's just easier to do a voiceover, and then if I need to, I can just back it up and do it again. Secondly, this mini album has a structure that goes along with it, and it is the Haunted Mansion. On my Instagram and Facebook accounts, my Instagram is Scrapping Posh, and my Facebook group is Scrapping Posh, also Scrapping Posh Creations, excuse me. And you can see preliminary images of the mansion there if you would like to. I'm not complete with the mansion yet. I still have to make the base for it, which is where this mini album will be housed. So it's just not done yet. It will be done, and at the end of it all, this will have a tutorial and the mansion will have a tutorial. So I hope to get the first tutorial up this weekend, because I know on my social medias people seen it, and I said there's going to be a tutorial up this weekend, and my hope is to get the first part of this tutorial up at least by tomorrow for you. So I want to say hi to all my new subscribers that seen that little blurb of this mini album. It was this video exactly, but sped up times 10. So this is the official share video. I'll also, once the tutorial's done, I'll put the link in this video. So if you guys haven't subscribed yet and you're waiting for the tutorial, do the notifications, and you'll get the notification from YouTube when that first tutorial goes up. So the other thing that I want to mention is that on my blog there is a free download tab, and underneath the free download tab there will be a link to Google Docs, and it will have a download tab. And if you want to use your Cameo silhouette, if you have one, to cut the pages, flaps, folds, and hinge for this album, then the studio file is in the free downloads tab on my blog, scrappingposh.blogspot.com. Like I said, it's free. All you have to do is download it and open it up in your studio, in your Silhouette studio. There are some items that are not in the file, and it includes anything that you can get from the Silhouette store. So the cats, the graveyards, the windows, and stuff like that, they are not available. However, if you, I did not use everything that I cut on my Cameo. And if you want to conserve paper and you don't want to cut a bunch of things that you don't need for this album, then wait for the first tutorials, because I will give you the count of what exactly I used in this album. My initial plan was to make every page the same. So when I made the file, I cut everything 8 times with the exception of the hinge. It was very much like my Time to Flourish album. Well, the intention was. And then when I started making it, I thought that I wanted some variation. I didn't want the same thing over and over again. So I still used what I cut. I just didn't use everything I cut. So like I said, if you want to save time, you want to save your mat, you want to save some paper, then don't cut until you watch the tutorial, and I will tell you how many of each part you need. And for those of you who don't have a Cameo Silhouette, I will have PDFs available with the sizes, dimensions of what you have to cut and how many. So hopefully that'll help you all out. And maybe if you wanted to follow the tutorial, you could do that before, you could cut everything out before you actually start watching. That way you can just stick it all together. Now, when I start a project, normally I do a page of each and fussy cut images out. So here you'll see a lot of pumpkins, you'll see some Cinderellas cut out, some Sleeping Beauties, and I just fussy cut everything. I put it in a pile, and then when I'm putting my pages together, I have them there to pull from. So don't be discouraged, because it's absolutely something that you don't have to do. You could just as easily use stickers or full pattern papers or something like that. So if you don't want to fussy cut, absolutely you don't have to. Some of the images I just added just for the interest. They're actually not functional at all. Like the pockets on the left there, you could totally do that with circle punches. So don't be discouraged. You do not have to fussy cut anything if you don't want to. The other thing is that when I started this project, I had one 12 by 12, two 8 by 8s, and two 6 by 6 of the pattern paper. I'll count it again before the first part of the tutorial and give you an exact count of what I have left. I'm pretty sure I have at least one of each paper, the 12 by 12. One, except for the bottom part of the signature sheet that I used on the spine. I have, I think, a whole 8 by 8, and I know I have a 6 by 6 that's not even open yet. So I also have a lot of fussy cut images, and of course a lot of the cut aparts, or a lot of the silhouette cuts that I used. I still have tons of them. So I plan on killing this collection. Please stay tuned for that, hopefully by this October, which is Halloween time, and there'll be another Halloween collection out from Graphic 45. I will be complete with the whole collection, so I plan on making a couple more mini albums. I have to finish the Haunted Mansion structure, so that'll take some paper also. Also, at the beginning of the Haunted Mansion tutorial, I have a, this is everything I started with video. So you'll be able to tell approximately, what I had when I started into it. But yeah, when I fussy cut images, I do it before I even start the album, and I do one of each page that has images that can't be fussy cut. Each of these pullouts from the side there are 8 by 8 pullouts, by the way. and they all have tabs from the Cameo, and those are included on the cut file. So while you're looking at this orange page, I wanted to also talk about big exciting news. Number one is I'm at 990 subscribers, so in 10 more subscribers, I'll be having a Graphic 45 giveaway, and I'll be giving away maybe not a whole collection, but I'll be giving away everything that I have for one of their past collections, one of their discontinued collections. So I'm kind of excited about that. It went over real well at my 500 subscriber mark when I did I think it was Halloween in Wonderland giveaway. I'm thinking about the Mother Goose giveaway. I have some Mother Goose. I know I have 12 by 12s, 8 by 8s, and 6 by 6s. So I'm about 99% sure that my giveaway is going to consist of one 12 by 12, one 8 by 8, and one 6 by 6 Mother Goose Graphic 45 pad. So if you're interested in that, you want to help me get to 1,000 subscribers really fast, I only need 10 more. So, yay, that's cool news. Secondly, I want to mention that I have been selected to be on the Artistic Studio Creations design team. I'll be getting my first box next week, and it is a 3-month commitment, so it's perfect for me because I've never been on a design team, so I want to make sure that I can handle it with my current life. And so a 3-month commitment was perfect because even if it stretches me a little bit far, I can still commit to 3 months. So I'm happy about that. So you'll be seeing my first of 3 hauls next week, and then I'll be doing at least one project a week. Having said that, that's probably going to happen before I complete this tutorial. I'll have, hopefully, like I said, I'll have the first part of this tutorial up today, but I'm gonna say this is gonna be anywhere from a 1 to 4 part tutorial. I speed all my tutorials up ×4 for the most part, so you're looking at about a 16 to 20 hour album for this guy here, if you need a time frame that this is going to take you. So, and that's after I had everything already cut out on my Cameo. But I should be able to give you more information on that as we go also. I'm absolutely telling you nothing about the album. So each page has this 8 by 8 large tag. I also had one of the stamp collections with this collection, so every once in a while you'll see tags or the large pullouts that have one of the stamped images on it. And in order to match the paper pretty much perfectly, I use Stampin' Up! Ink, and I'll have those ink colors in the tutorial. I know the orange is pumpkin, and the purple is something burgundy. But I'll like I said, I'll give you those colors in the tutorial if you're interested in using them. So, yeah, if you like this album, definitely follow along with me. I'll give you everything that you need in order to complete this album. And if you don't want to do this album exactly, hopefully it'll give you ideas for future albums. In order to stretch my paper out a little bit, I did include some blank tags and pullouts, and I also left some of the, I want to call it white space, but some of it's black, so you can tuck things underneath and put pictures on top of. There's nothing that says that you have to have every page covered in pattern paper. And actually, sometimes that can make your album more bulky if you plan on putting pictures or other inserts into it. So I kind of like that blank space. These little pockets here have, well, they're flaps that have pockets in them, and I really enjoy it. I think that's Snow White and the Witch. The Witch is on the top one, and she's looking to the right, and Snow White is on the bottom one. She's looking to the left. That's also from the 8x8 signature sheet. So mini albums for me are really fun to make. I enjoy thinking up different page styles, and I also enjoy watching other people make them and what they can do with their pages too. So I like the fact that virtually anything can become a pocket if you leave, one side open and glue down two sides. So it's kind of what I do here for some of my pockets. And this entire album only has 8 magnets in it, I think. There are some pockets that could use magnets that would probably benefit from it because they you kind of pop up like these two here, but I'm confident that over time they'll kind of settle down. You see me flip back and forth there on this page. The funny thing about this page is I actually glued the page on the right hand side of this. I glued that page in backwards. So technically that's supposed to be for the next page, but I didn't feel like taking it back off. I did go out and buy a bottle of Undo after I did this, but I didn't feel like taking it off after the day after. It doesn't look that bad. I stuck some green tags in there, so it kind of looks like it was purposely done. But you can see the left side's definitely green, and after I take out all these green tags, the right side is supposed to be a black page. And then this is a triple pocket here. After I put all these back in and turn the page, you will see that the next page, the left side is absolutely a green page, and the right side is a black page. So those two got mixed up. I don't think it looks that bad. Like I said, I wasn't going to undo it after a day had already went by. It kind of grew on me, and I decided that it was okay. That, and my daughter said, "Do you think anybody's gonna know?" And I was like, "No, not just me. I'm the only one that's gonna know that." So, and there's the green page. I did a really cute cameo cut file for that window that opens up, and then underneath is the graveyard in that spider web. And these cameo cut files that I made from the details are completely, I've seen tons of dies that can do these cut files also. So if you have dies instead of a cameo, you could totally make something similar. I've seen spiderweb dies, I've seen graveyard or gravestone dies, and I've seen window dies, and cat dies too. So this little window is probably another space where I could put a magnet because it kind of flops up too. Now this sorry about that. The last page, full page, is just, I think it's 3 on each side swing out. And I left most of them black. And I can go back and add paper to them. I haven't decided yet, so kind of pondering that right now. That is the last of the 8x8 large pullouts. And on the very last page, it's an orange page. I have this 9 square flip up, and I did something similar in my Authentique grade school album. And then this back page here, after I get done with this pocket and all these little cute cut aparts, has an accordion pocket. It's a very large accordion pocket to put all your extras that didn't fit in the album itself. So you're going to see me. It stretches about 1.5 inches at the top and 1/4 inch at the bottom. So I think that's a really neat added thing that we can put on. So I wanted to thank everybody for watching. I hope you enjoy. Please subscribe for the tutorial, and I will see you very shortly. Thank you all.